Hi Taurus, welcome to your March 2021 reading. I'm going to be using my Everyday Witch Tarot deck to read for you for March, and my Romance Angel Oracle deck, and I will be drawing a Witch Casket Self-Love Oracle card at the end of the reading. So I'm doing March 1st to 7th, week 1 with one tarot card, March 8th to 14th, week 2 another one, March 15 to 21, week 3 another tarot card, March 22nd to 28, week 4 the fourth tarot card, and then March 29, 30, and 31, the last 3 days of March will be week 5, and we'll do another final tarot card for week 5. And if I need any clarification, I will draw from my Romance Angel Oracle deck. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So I hope you're having a good day. I hope this is going to be a helpful reading for you. Let's go ahead and draw our cards for March for you, Taurus. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5. Let's turn them over. All right. Ooh, okay. So I'm looking at the 5 cards for the 5 weeks of March for you. We have the Queen of Cups, the Star, 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and the Hermit. So you, Taurus, have 3 cup cards, the Major Arcana, the Star, and the Major Arcana, the Hermit. You have no swords and no pentacles. So that means that there is a sense of being connected to your emotions for sure. And with the Star card, there is a sense of hope with your emotions. And the Hermit card is you feeling like you want to go into yourself and dive into your psyche and understand yourself better, which is amazing. But it's interesting that we have no swords and no pentacles, but you are an earth sign, which is represented by pentacles. So I feel like there's almost like a loss of yourself in the month of March. You trying to find yourself, feeling in the dark with the Star card, but feeling in the dark with a sense of hope. And with the Hermit card, you could be dealing with somebody who is very earth oriented. You could have somebody in your life that is an earth sign that you look up to, that is somebody that you strive to be like in your life, that you are looking up to, that you have looked up to the past, somebody that you have always strived to be like. And people do tell you that you remind them of this person. It could be a father figure, it could be a mother figure, it could be a friend. There's somebody that is an earth sign that you really put into your mind as somebody that you feel good about, and that you feel good about wanting to be like that person. But remember that the Star card is about you being in your power as well. And we have those 2 Major Arcana cards, the Star and the Hermit. So there is a sense of going within yourself to find the answers. And even though you look up to somebody in your life who could be an earth sign, probably is, or who is very connected to earth in their chart, their birth chart, you may not know, what someone's birth chart is, but it's very possible that this person that you're thinking of actually has a lot of earth in their birth chart. Birth charts are a little bit complicated, and I'm not asking you to look into that, but if you can resonate with the idea of looking up to somebody that you want to be like, then maybe that's what the message is for you for sure. So Queen of Cups with the first week, March 1st to 7th. There is a strong sense of being connected to your emotions and nurturing how you feel. Maybe you have a lot of water in your birth chart, or it could be that you're just connecting to your emotions and you are paying attention to your emotions. You're not really one to be swayed by your emotions, and that's not what you're doing, but you're just trying to understand yourself better. You're trying to nurture yourself the way a mother would nurture a child, and you're trying to understand yourself, and in order to view other people around you with an understanding that you have learnt and learned to do for yourself. What's the card from the Romance? Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Could be that you have some family issues with the Queen of Cups and the Healing Family Issues card. Could be that you have an issue with a sibling that maybe took a wrong turn on the path of life, and maybe you feel bad about the fact that this person isn't where they should be at this point in life. And it could also be that it's about somebody that you have in your life who's a parent, and maybe you need to learn how to forgive one of your parents or both your parents, because it does say your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So maybe as you learn to forgive and to let go of any attachments that you had to feeling bitterness towards your parents or one of your parents, or it could be a step parent. It could be that if you are learning to let go of this pain and this hurt and this bitterness that you have towards somebody that raised you, could be an adopted parent as well, that your love life and with somebody that you're in a romantic partnership with, or even with your love life with yourself, it's going to benefit from you forgiving this person or these people that are part of your family that maybe hurt you in a deep way. And with the Queen of Cups, it's a good energy to have with this Healing Family Issues card, because the Queen of Cups is a healing card. She, reaches deep down into the waters of the emotions, and she pulls up the emotions for you to feel them, because how can you get past a certain hurt if you don't feel the hurt first? You have to acknowledge the hurt that is taking place. You have to acknowledge the emotions that are deep within your subconscious, and you have to take them up to the surface with the Queen of Cups so that you can address them and let them go. Let them go back into the water, let them float away in the water, let them be taken away with the tides of the water. So the second week of March 8th to 14th, we have the Star card. And there is a lot of hope and healing with this card. So I do feel like you will be doing a lot of healing in the month of March, Taurus. Deep healing with the Queen of Cups with the first month of March. The Star card, so she's represents the sign of Aquarius, which is the water bearer. And again, we have that connection to the water, also connection to the emotions. Don't be afraid to cry. Even if you're a guy and you think you shouldn't cry, don't be afraid to let the emotions out. If you don't want to do it in front of somebody, that's fine. If you end up doing it in front of somebody and you didn't mean to and you didn't want to, that's fine too. Don't be mad at yourself for showing your emotions. I know the Taurus is represented by the bull, and the bull is a strong animal, and they're very stubborn, and they don't want to do something that is foreign to their nature. But when it comes to forgiving, other people and allowing yourself to let go of pain, it's okay to let go of that stubborn attitude of not wanting to move forward, and to let yourself move forward and to let yourself heal. So let's get a Romance Angel Oracle card for the second week of March 8 to 14. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So second week of March 8 to 14, Taurus. I do feel like this codependency card is a codependency that you have on yourself. I don't think it has to do with anyone outside of yourself. I mean, it could, but that's not the energy that I'm getting. I'm getting the energy that you are dependent on yourself. And that means that you've always been your sense of strength. You've always been the rock that you've turned to. You've always been that emotional support that you've needed. And you've never looked outward for that emotional support, because you always felt like there was no one that could help you. So you learned to help yourself. And it could be that you're addicted to that sense of always feeling like you need to stay trapped in yourself, because that is where you find your sense of strength. But this card, codependency, with the Star card, is saying, allow yourself to delve into deeper waters and to find out what makes yourself tick. Allow yourself to understand your emotions. This is a very emotional month for you, March. Because like I said, you only have Cups, and then you have the Star and the Hermit. And the Hermit is really about going deep within yourself and finding out what makes you tick and finding out who you are spiritually. And the Star card gives you that hope and that energy to do that. So this is a very big month of self-discovery for you. The third week, March 15th to 21st, we have the 9 of Cups. And this is a good card of celebration. This is a good card of being happy with what you've done, being happy with where you are. I do feel a lot of joy for you in the third month of March, March 15 to 21. There's a lot of joy and self-actualization here in this card, Nine of Cups. There is a sense of having done specific amounts of work during the first 2 weeks of March, and feeling now in the third week of March like you can kind of sit and rest easy and just enjoy your surroundings, which Tauruses love to enjoy their surroundings. They're lovers of beauty. And I do feel like you're able to enjoy a beautiful day. Could be that with this Nine of Cups, you're going out to take a walk with a friend and you're just enjoying your surrounding and you're enjoying the lessons that you've learned up starting March 1st up until March 15th now. You're enjoying the lessons that you've learned and the work that you've done internally, but there's still lots of work to be done internally for you. And it's not to say that, you know, you're lacking in any way, shape, or form. It's just to say that the energy of the universe could be astrology playing a part. Probably is. Astrology does affect people. If you believe it, then you know it's true. And if you don't believe it, well, that's fine. You can leave the astrology out of the picture. But, oh, yeah, there's a strong sense of wanting to release something that's been holding you back. I do feel like all those cards falling on the ground while I was trying to shuffle them makes me think that there's a strong sense of wanting to release, maybe have a good cry, but not necessarily tears of sadness. Could be tears of joy. It could be that, you know, even could be that your wife is giving birth and it's the first child that you've ever had. And like, you know, with the Queen of Cups being pregnant, it could be that somebody in your life is giving birth. Could be a wife, could be a sister. Probably, I get the strong feeling that it is a wife giving birth, and you just having, or it could be you thinking about your wife giving birth and how you felt overjoyed and how you felt like you held back your emotions and you were able to cry out of joy because you were in a hospital room and you didn't want the nurses to see you crying or bawling. So it could be that you held that emotion back, but you could be thinking now back to a time for you where you felt really emotional and felt like you really wanted to have a good cry. And it's okay if you want to do that. If you want to write down how you're feeling, that's important too. I know Tauruses aren't really big on writing, in my opinion, but I do feel like even if it's just taking a mental stock of where you're at and taking a mental note of who you are in this world, how you are important to so many people in this world, how people love you, how people look up to you. Remember, we had the Hermit card about you looking up to somebody else. People look up to you now too. We have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So pay attention to people who don't have your greater good at heart. I think that the deception card for you in the third month of March, March 15 to 21, you are feeling good with the Nine of Cups. You know, in the third week of March, you are feeling like you're in touch with your emotions. Perhaps you did have a good cry, and perhaps now you're feeling like, you know what? It isn't the worst thing in the world to cry if you're a man. It isn't the worst thing in the world to cry if you're a female or a male or transgender or however you identify yourself as. It's okay to cry, is what I'm trying to say. But with the deception card, someone's wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Remember to pay attention to people in your life. Feel their energy. Listen to what they're saying. See what their body language is telling you when they talk to you or when they walk by you or when they wave to you. And realize the people in your life that you want to keep at a distance. You may still want to be professional with this person, especially if it's at a workplace. But remember that you don't want to keep these people that are deceptive to you in your life. And so keep them at an arm's length. You know, it's okay to be respectful and be like, yes, hi, you know, how you doing? Good, good. Yeah, you good. You know, but remember that there are people out there who don't have your best interest at heart. And those are the people that, even though they may look like they have your best interest at heart because they look all nice on the outside, it's easy to see when somebody is being deceptive. And so make sure to pay attention to someone who is wearing a false mask in a relationship that you're in. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who's super close to you, like a lover, although it could be. But I think it also has to do with friends in your surrounding, friends or people that you talk to on a regular basis. It's just important to keep in mind that not everybody wants to have your best. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. A lot of people could be jealous of you because you are self-sufficient, even though you are a kind person. You are self-sufficient, and people could look at you and be jealous of you because of that reason. So the fourth week of March, March 22nd to 28, we have the week 4, we have the 5 of Cups. And again, there's a lot of emotions with the 5 of Cups, but this 5 of Cups is saying when you're ready to, embrace the celebration that is you, go ahead and do that. But if you need to grieve, if you need time to grieve over something that you feel like you've lost in life, go ahead and do that too. And it doesn't mean that you have to be loud and obnoxious. When I say that, I mean, it doesn't mean that people have to see you as loud and obnoxious, because I feel like Taurus, they're very quiet people. And some people might think that when you're being friendly to other people that you're loud and obnoxious. Again, with that deception, somebody who looks like they like you, but in the inside they're really jealous of you, and they are putting on a mask when it comes to being your friend or to being a good colleague or coworker. With the 5 of Cups, it's okay to grieve the fact that this person has been deceptive, or these people don't like you that much, even though you're always nice to them. Allow yourself to grieve, but also allow yourself to enjoy the party that is life. Allow yourself to enjoy the finer things like you do like to do, because Taurus, I believe you're ruled by the sign of Venus, and Venus is a lover, and Venus is somebody who loves fine things, loves love, loves life, loves beauty, loves the earth, loves material things, but also loves themselves, because you are made of earth, right? So remember to show yourself self-love by allowing yourself the time to grieve certain things that are causing you pain, but also remembering that when the time comes for you to feel like you want to get up, there is a party in the background taking place just for you, and you are allowed to go ahead and be the life of that party, because you have a strong sense of social presence. There is you in a social environment equals fun. People like to have you in a social gathering because you are like the life of the party. And the 5 of Cups is saying that you are the life of the party, but that doesn't mean that you always have to go around with a smile on your face. You're allowed to have a bad mood one day, or to feel like you're having a bad day when you're having a bad day. And I think that's something that you need to be reminded of with this reading for March, is that if you need to take time for yourself to not be the life of the party, that's fine too. Just remember to put yourself first. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So for the 4th week of March, March 22nd to 28, remember to pay attention to that person in your life who is special to you. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. Remember that you have somebody in your life who loves you the way no one else loves you. And it could be a romantic relationship, most probably is, or it could be just somebody that, a good friend that you love deeply, that you want to have fun with and be funny with. And when I say you want to have fun with, I don't mean in a sexual way. I mean, you want to have fun with and be funny with, and have a good sense of humor, jokes, and talks. Express your love to this person. Remember that even though there are people who don't have your greater good in their heart, and who may not like you or be jealous of you and not like you for that reason, remember that you do have people in your life that love you and that respect you and that cherish your friendship and that cherish your lovely self, and just take part in that party when you're ready. Take part in the grieving when you need to, but also take part in the celebration of life when you have the opportunity to and you feel like you want to. The last card we have is for March 29, 30, and 31, and it's the last week of March, and it's the Hermit. So I feel like you need a little bit of a rest at the end of the month. You've had a lot of hopeful movement. You've paid attention to your surroundings. You've done a lot of self-discovery. And now with the Hermit, it's like, take joy in knowing that you have become wiser through what you have experienced. you have learned lessons that only you could learn through the way that you learned them. And the way you learn lessons is not like the way other people learn lessons. And the lessons that you learn from a specific situation are not the same lessons that someone else would take from the same situation if they were going through the same situation. You are an individual and you are a unique individual. And I feel like the Hermit is you going inward, just taking some time for yourself, taking some time to meditate, to be in your own bubble, and to really enjoy who you are and what you have to offer the world and what you already have offered the world, because you offer the world a lot. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So your love life could have a lot of good chemistry in it. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. You showing yourself self-love and going deep within yourself to give yourself some alone time is attractive to your partner, because they see that you're independent and they see that you love yourself and that you're willing to take the time to go inward and to meditate and to just be the best version of yourself. And that's causing a strong chemistry between you and your partner. They're really feeling like you are the creme de la creme, the cream of the cream, the cream of the crop. You know, that diamond in the rough, that needle in a haystack. They feel like they've really found a keeper in you. With the Hermit card, I do feel like you've done a lot of self-discovery, and as March is coming to a close, March 29, 30, and 31, I do feel like you're taking some time for yourself to just relax. It could just mean that you're taking some time to scroll on your phone, or it could just mean that you're taking some time to groom yourself, but you are taking some time to show yourself self-love. And even if you want to go into seclusion, you know, and just spend some alone time with yourself walking in nature, that's a good thing too. But I do feel like March has been quite a whirlwind for you. At the end of the month, you're going to feel like you have been through quite a whirlwind, but you do feel happy. You do feel complete. You do feel whole, because the Hermit is saying that you have all that within you. The Hermit is like is a spiritually evolved person. The Hermit is somebody who doesn't mind being alone, and who doesn't mind being self-sufficient, and who doesn't mind being independent. And remember, I talked to you about the fact that you are your own rock and that you've always been self-sufficient. It's not to say that you shouldn't be self-sufficient anymore and you shouldn't be your own rock, because the Hermit is saying otherwise. It's just to say that remember that you have those friends or that partner that aren't deceptive, that do have your best at heart, and that do want to support you in the things that you're doing. So I hope this was a helpful reading for you, Taurus. If it was helpful, please make sure to put a thumbs up below this video, or you can also leave a comment if you feel like you want to. My name is Mauh Moon. Remember to subscribe to my channel. It's Mauh Moon Tarot, the one that you're on now. And remember to hit the notification bell if you do subscribe to my channel, so that you are notified when I upload a new video. So I'll see you in my next video, Taurus. Bye.